I think that's it. I might not have the exact, it says 1:16:12 hours. I don't exactly know what that means.
There's no way that's it. Like, I know for a fact people can beat that easily.
What did you say it was again?
1:16:12 hours.
If the last 12 hours, the second one would be days, probably. And then the first one's weeks, probably. Just a guess.
Maybe?
That seems more realistic.
Oh, that's for the static wall set.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah, okay.
I was like, I'm about to fucking set a world record. Jesus Christ.
So he did a wall set for 1 day, 16 hours, and 12 minutes.
What
I don't
is...
think anyone cares about just normally sitting down.
Wait, who's doing this?
Kevin DeWitt.
I mean, like, I'm fucking sure Asmongold already beat that record.
Freaking got thighs like a goddamn fucking Atlas freaking powerlifter.
I am curious. Okay, here it is. A man from Sri Lanka Friday broke the Guinness World Record for longest time spent watching TV. It's 69 hours and 48 seconds.
What?
Nice.
That can't be true.
Yeah, there's no way that's true, because I know for a fact my mom's broken that.
But it wasn't recorded. Like, you have to have a witness, don't you?
You do, but it costs money. I'm just saying, it's like, if that is the record, then there's no way, considering our mom's work ethic, that someone wasn't just willing to sit down for a longer period of time.
The easy way to beat it is just binge watch One Piece.
I've done that too many times to count now.
Okay, so this is the closest I can get. Someone sat on a toilet for nearly 5 days. That's it.
Oh, cool.
that's I think that's as good as we're gonna get. There's nothing for just sitting.
I thought of a little depressing joke. Are you up to hear it?
Sure.
The guy sitting up wanted to end up like Elvis.
What?
The guy sitting on the toilet wanted to end up like Elvis.
Ah.
Can you dug out of this toilet?
Yeah.
But he drinks Drano.
It's not a good joke. It's a joke I thought of.
Okay, well, I've become distracted now. I'm looking at now another wall sit record that's like 8 minutes. No, I'm sorry, only 2 minutes. Like 2 minutes and 8 seconds, but also they're missing a leg, and depending on the leg they're using, I'm pretty sure they could be cheating. Whatever. this is whatever.
That's, that's OP, like, he's in the one-legged category,
Hey, it's a female. Get your prejudices out of here, Scribbled.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Anyways. But, yeah. I don't... That's a dumb one. Because I'm absolutely certain, there are other people who can do a one-legged wall sit for more than 2 minutes. In fact, I've seen YouTube challenges of people doing that. Yeah, whatever.
It is surprisingly easy to derail this cafe.
What are you talking about? We're not derailed. Right, Sarge?
Never. Never. This is normal right here.
What happened to Coconut Mall? I had Coconut Mall on. Was it not on?
It was playing. I think it stopped like a minute ago.
Oh, I guess I'm putting it on loop. Anyways, with Coconut Mall in our hearts, yeah, Hibiki, you arrive home after learning that your father has been effectively kidnapped.
Yeah.
This might be a conversation best held in and not with other people listening.
So split.
Just walk into my room, numbnuts.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that's a thing.
Hey, he didn't mute us, guys. We can talk loudly in his ears and distract him. Quick, let's do the one-word challenge. I
Damn.
Am better.
then
I
You're doing the one word challenge.
come on, Ace.
Not
Can't
very
leave us hanging here.
You guys are shit at this. Like, the worst.
tried.
Repeated. I was like confused for a second.
Anyway.
And I was
Okay, I'm assuming we have
Andre, you can't repeat a
something
word,
for
right?
like an emergency meeting, right?
Alright, okay, let's start
Yes,
again.
we'll call it
Astronauts.
the
R. Wait, what order are we going?
concession of doctors.
Come on, can we just get top to bottom,
No,
guys?
like probably one of my mom's yokais has like a little
What order are we going? Is it
Top to
like
bottom?
a few buttons all
bottom,
over
just
the
like at
place
Discord.
that we can press and it'll
Okay,
alert
so-
everyone.
Yes, yeah, you guys
I'm
have
confused
something.
because on my phone.
Honestly, you can just text each other that's like,
Okay,
hey,
hold
urgent meeting.
Yeah, urgent meeting.
On my phone, it could be two
Yeah.
ways. If
So
I have
you
my
send
phone
out
horizontal,
urgent
I'm on
meeting,
top, then it's scribbled
and
it.
everyone pops
Well,
up.
then, midnight, then scribble.
So
When you want me on top, man, it's all good.
Dad went to
Okay,
go
so-
investigate J City
Astronauts are.
because we got some reports
Very-
that there were more yokai activity down there, which led us to believe
Beluga whale.
the Night of 1,000 Demons,
Oh, shit.
100
What
Demons. None of that's new. Dad's been captured.
Your father's been captured?
Yeah, by this group called
We have reached the point of no return.
the Night of
Oh, wow.
1,000, the Blink of 1,000.
What do you guys think about demons
Parade.
and
The Parade of 1,000
walking?
Nights.
Parade of Honor.
Demons and
100
walking. Yeah.
Nights. He managed to be
Are we talking about two separate things or
The-
demons walking?
first 4 before being captured, probably by a man. Well, not by this guy, but he's being held captive by
Are we talking demons and walking or
Shit.
demons walking? Is what I'm asking.
demons and Christopher
Jack.
Walken?
Jack
Oh.
Leopold,
You think Christopher
Jack
Walken is a
Leopold.
demon?
Of course.
who
He doesn't get enough cowbell.
recently
I don't know. Okay, that makes
pissed off extremely by burning some of his money. Mainly so he will halt the execution of our dad until I'm in front of his face.
Okay. You see your mom basically has a file in front of her and she starts flipping through it. The Night of 1,000 or Parade of 1,000 Nights?
Parade of 1,000 Nights, 100 Nights.
What's your favorite
Or-
kind of IKEA furniture?
The Parade of
Ouch.
1,000 Nights
Doll.
is an ancient order.
I
I
just
know they
They don't have any IKEA
have
furniture.
traditionally, they would try to keep people of Asian descent in their ranks. However, more recently, they have been allowing different groups to enter. But usually, the heads of the
silence.
Kampe and the J City branch of the Yakuza are members.
I might go play some Miles
Yeah.
Morales Spider-Man while I'm waiting.
2 of the people, William,
I might play a different kind of Spider-Man. One with less webs, but just as much sticky.
what's his last name? You
should keep the notes.
I don't get the joke.
Because I don't have my
Sorry.
notes in front of me.
William Yamamoto.
William Yamamoto and
I'm uncultured, sorry.
Wando
Very
song.
sorry.
Wando song are the current heads and are
I'll show
gathered
you
enough
a
spiritual
different kind
energy
of web.
to eventually start a war so they can summon the Nahirion.
Okay.
I'm also not that smart, so
Well,
I know
that's the
that.
case.
Pronounced
No,
Ra-
no, it's fine. Whatever.
Yawn.
Shut up. Anyways, I'll go ahead and send what we have over to the Nocturnal. And we will go ahead and close down the clinic until we get your father back. If we get your father back.
Yeah. I'm heading over to J City tomorrow with a group of people to go help.
Okay. That's it. Okay, we're back. Your game of one-word story was terrible. I listened to the whole thing. Even the startup round after the first round failed. So, you should feel bad about that.
Feel very bad about it.
Yeah.
I blame the
I'll
mother.
just
I
Anyway,
think it went well.
you think it went well? Well, you can be wrong. That is something that you can choose to do. But just move forward with that knowledge that you chose to be wrong here. Anyways.
Well.
I say
They're
we all
good
start
for
going to
extracting
the
water from the ground.
They are. They are used for that. You are right. Anyways, so the next day that you guys arrive at the Owl Nest, I believe you're calling it. You see the Nocturnals kind of just poring over a bunch of notes that he seems to be basically digitizing. Like he's scanning them, putting them into his systems, cross-referencing. He's actually moving around significantly more than you guys have seen him move around before now. And you see some of those notes Hibiki will be carrying to him.
Hibiki hands him a book and goes like, be careful when you open this, it will try to eat your hand.
You see he puts it off onto a pile of various other books and writes a quick note on it that says, tries to eat hands, and then puts it directly onto the book. The rest of you guys come piling in one after another, having done your various things. Red Genesis, I just want you to go ahead and... the emergency at work was an emergency for your boss, which really isn't that much of an emergency for you. It's just a matter of him not really understanding anything you do. So it's a task difficulty of 6. I'm sorry, not a task difficulty of 6. That would be tremendous. It's a task difficulty of 2. There we go.
A 2. Okay. What kind of task is it?
This is an intelligence-based task.
Damn it, the ones I suck at. Wait, no, I'm good at those.
Yeah.
Wrong character. Let's apply some effort because it's virtually free.
I was gonna laugh if you failed.
You know, honestly, it's always possible.
It is? Anyways. Yeah, you just, it was a very easy thing. It essentially amounted to, like, some of the specimens that some other people were dealing with were getting the wrong type of water. The water that they were getting didn't have the right nutrients in it. So you just had to add that into the soil.
My God, this man, he can't even manage to water flowers properly. What an absolute buffoon!
To be fair, the people that work under you were the ones who couldn't water the flowers properly.
Oh my God, I can't believe I hire so many interns. What is wrong with me?
They don't get paid.
You're right, the cheap labor is just too enticing.
Okay. And then Sarge, in relation to what happened to you last night, this is a bit more difficult. It is a TD3, task difficulty 3. So you're looking at a 9 here to decide how well you do in blowing up some buildings with some baddies in it.
Oh boy. Let's see. You know what? No, we're just gonna straight out roll.
You're just rolling?
I'm just rolling. What is the roll for this one? I'm sorry.
It is a task difficulty of 3, and it's just gonna be might.
Alright, just might. Task difficulty of 3. I am going to apply no efforts. I succeed.
Success! Yeah, you, it wasn't the easiest thing to do. You got some lumps, in there. Someone got some bullets off in your chest or something like that. Your skin protected you fairly well.
Yeah,
But,
that'll buff out. I'm pretty sure that'll buff out. As I stick my finger in there.
yeah,
I'm pretty sure this might buff out.
possibly.
Possibly.
You did pretty well here. You didn't destroy as many buildings as you would hope. You only were able to destroy 2 buildings. But you know what? It's still more damage than was necessary. So, I think you're happy.
Well, they won't be using that house as a crack house anymore. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, they can't use a house as a crack house if there's no house to begin with. Next up, our good friend Ace. I want to ask you, Ace, do you want to do this in here or do you want to move over to Split?
Move over to what?
To Split. There's a channel called Split where if something's happening that not everyone would be privy to, we'd go over to Split.
Split.
Okay, Split it is. Howdy, how's it going?
Is my mic working and everything?
Yeah, your mic's all set.
Okay.
Oh my god. Okay, so you arrive home significantly later than you should be. I'm gonna assume the first thing you'll try doing is to sneak into the house.
Yes. Which I think would be rather difficult. Like, since my house is in a skyscraper at the top of it.
Yeah. So this is going to be a without anything, you're looking at a 7 target difficulty.
So 7 times 3.
Yep, 21.
one. I will use then I will use effort. That brings it down 6, 3,
18.
18. Will I be able to get an asset since I know my way around quite a bit in this area?
Yes. I'll say this isn't the first time you've been out, so you can use that as an asset.
Okay, so 5, so 15.
15. Go ahead and roll if that's all.
Okay. That sucks. It's 7.
So you try to sneak your way in. You're not in your costume or anything. And at the door, the person who meets you is your family butler. He serves your father directly. As you walk into the door, he looks at you and says, "The master would like to see you in his office."
Oh, but he'll follow the butler to office after he gets caught.
Okay, you arrive. Your father's office is a large open space with a decent amount of books that line the wall. It seems to be designed in a way that whoever comes to meet your dad has to walk to him for a little bit of time. It's not a small walk, it is meant to be intimidating. And as a child, you probably hated this walk anytime you had to do it. But you see your father sitting at his desk. As you walk in, he gives you kind of a side eye while barely glancing up.
As I am walking to it, I am going to be fiddling my hands, like, nervously and everything as I walk up to him with my head lowered.
As you stand in front of him fiddling your hands, you hear him just sigh. What time did we talk about for you to return home after any type of escapades?
11 o'clock.
Would you care to look at the clock now?
When I look at the clock, what time is it?
It's 3:45.
It's 3:45.
How many hours has it been since 11 o'clock?
4 hours, 45 minutes.
4 hours, 45 minutes. How would you suppose you should be punished for this?
It's your choice. I don't know.
You see, he gives you a glare. If you don't wish to stay in your room, then maybe, perhaps, I should confine you to a smaller place. I think the cupboard should do nicely. What do you suppose? He looks at you, the butler. The butler, you don't think he's ever been overtly mean to you, but he's never been kind either. He doesn't step in, he just executes whatever he is asked to do. And he gives your father a nod as he grabs you by the shoulder.
You nervously follow along with him.
Okay. You nervously follow along with the butler, and you are placed in the guest cupboard. This is an extremely small area where you basically have to hunch over as the cupboard is fully locked with you in it. And that is where you will spend the night.
Okay.
Okay. The next day, when you are let out of the cupboard, you are expected to go to school as normal, and then you head out on your escapade. But in the cupboard, I will need you to go ahead and make a. We'll do, because this isn't the first time that your father's done something like this, we'll make it a intelligence, there we go, intelligence roll, and it's going to be a TD of 5.
A test difficulty of 5.
Yeah, and this is basically to see if your character breaks down in said cupboard.
He definitely did this multiple times, so he might feel a little claustrophobic in it when he's inside, if he's been in a small space multiple times.
Okay, so do you want that to add to this, or do you want it to take away? Do you want this to be a positive or a negative for your character?
A negative.
A negative? Then I will go ahead and raise it to a TD of 6.
And so that makes it...
You're aiming for an 18.
Yeah, so I'm gonna roll. I wouldn't say he really focuses and puts effort in trying to do it specifically. Oh, 18 exactly.
Okay, 18. Ace keeps it together. He does not break down or anything. For the most part, he keeps everything together, and he takes his punishment. The person who opens the door in the morning is your father. Half expecting to see a gibbering mess, he opens the door, and Ace is looking back at him.
Hello, Father.
I suppose you did well enough. Get off to school and be back by 11 this time.
Yes, Father.
Oh,
And
as you're leaving, he just kind of calls out, almost like half-heartedly, like he's not really expecting you to listen. The next time, the punishment won't be for you.
as he was walking away, he just pauses for a second and then continues onward, grabbing his backpack, just going to his room to get ready and everything. Cool.
Okay. Ace gets ready for school, heads off to school. And then the next time Ace has some free time, he will go to the owl nest, where you will see the aforementioned scene of Hibiki bringing the nocturnal books and everything. And you can head back over to the main party.
Quick question, though.
What's up?
Being in the cupboard all night, I would feel a little sleep deprived, correct?
Yes, you will. Go ahead and take... We're going to do 5 points out of your intellect pool.
Okay, but do you want me to put it, raise it back from a rest and then take 5 off of it? Like
yes, raise it back from a rest, because technically you did heal up and everything. So raise it back from a rest, and then you're going to take 5 off of it.
Okay.
And for the most part, your character will be relatively sleepy until you actually get sleep.
Okay.
Okay. head back to the Cult of Ducky chat.
Alright. Hello.
I'll explain it another time. Hello.
What are you going to explain another time?
I think systems like that are similar to Kids on Brooms. Because Kids on Brooms, like, there's no real fight. Like, there's no true fight mechanic in those.
Awesome. Anyways, so you guys arrive at the... Oh, actually, first off, Amjad, would you like an invite to the Roll20 so you can actually see stuff? Or are you good how you are?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay,
Because
got
the
it.
roll 20 is always pathetic.
Fair enough. Anyways. So, you guys all arrive at the Owl Nest where you see the Nocturnal just kind of moving stuff around as explained beforehand. The Sarge has a piece of crack house still on his right shoulder. And Red Genesis, you're just mumbling to yourself about your unpaid interns. As you guys see Ace enter.
Hello.
Hey, Ace.
Okay. The Nocturnal gets up and starts looking over everyone. So, I was looking through all the files I have. And I kind of figured out a little bit more. While heading through some of the files, I think number 3 is most likely a... he seems to be some type of influential businessman. And they call him the Demon. Yes, I think the Demon is what they call him.
So, that's probably Leopold, right?
Possibly.
Because the clown said when I was like, tell Jack, whatever his first name is, Leopold, that, that's my dad he has. He said, oh, trust me, the Demon already knows.
Okay, well then it looks like that connection's just getting stronger by the second. William Yamamoto, number 6, is the leader of the Chaotic Order. Number 4 is the leader of the J City branch of the Yakuza. Which I originally thought William Yamamoto was that. However, it looks like the Chaotic Order and the Yakuza are two separate things that may be linked to one another's criminal dealings, but it looks like the Chaotic Order is more of a cult than a gang. In other words, William Yamamoto is a cult member who is part of another cult. Any questions about any of that stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we go in, we beat the Yakuza, and we win. Sounds like fun.
No. If it was beating the Yakuza only, then we would just be dealing with the Yakuza lieutenants and everything. You have to beat the Yakuza, the Chaotic Order, and the Compay, as well as whatever company works for Jack Leopold. At least those are the ones that I know for certain. And then you also have to figure out the next 3.
Okay. okay, so change of plans. We capture all the Yakuza, we torture them, we get the names, and then we take out the other two.
No. No.
Torturing
What?
random people is not something we are allowed to do.
Yes, the torture of random civilians, even if they are Yakuza members, is not going to go over well with anyone.
Oh wow, here's the guys just taking all my fun.
However, I would recommend hitting some of the Yakuza gang activities. If I remember correctly, in J City, the Yakuza run an illegal gambling operation that you'll have to figure out a little bit about there, as well as running. I believe they smuggled drugs. However, I'm not sure how they smuggled the drugs. I think they changed it since the last time I did any busts on them. The Kanpei gang deals with illegal animal trading as well as human trafficking.
And then Leopold's business deals with money laundering and a few banks, right?
Yes, they deal with money laundering, corporate espionage, and a few banks. And then the order, the chaotic order, deals with extortion. It would appear their whole kind of deal is to try to infiltrate areas of politics and destroy them in order to create chaos and anarchy. So extortion, blackmail, also assassination, threats.
Is there any prominent figures in J City that have recently received threats?
Well, honestly, if there are any prominent figures in J City that had received threats, they haven't said anything. But it.
I'm assuming they don't need to say anything for you to know who they are.
Yes. The ones that I think so far, I haven't been to J City in quite some time. The ones I think have received threats would be the vice mayor as well as the head of the sanitation department and the waste management union leader. Both received death threats. I also wouldn't put it out of them to have enough dirt on the police head and the firefighter union head to have them in their pockets.
Okay. And do you know the areas where the Yakuza have been dealing with business mainly?
I know that they deal with overseas shipping containers, as well as construction. Both of those are important fronts for their drug smuggling operations. At least when I was primarily interacting with them, overseas shipping containers were the highest priority for them because they would ship their drugs in the guts of fish that they imported. I love how we're talking about smuggling drugs through fish while Coconut Mall's playing. I think it's a wonderful contrast.
Something's fishy here.
Truly, truly fishy.
Truly. Anyways.
Anyone else got any other questions?
No.
Okay, if that's the case, then you guys should head off to J City and try to figure out what to look into first. One thing I would recommend is trying to figure out a smaller operation area to work in J City. That way you have basically a safe house in J City. If you guys can find an area, I can most likely obtain it.
Okay.
But you guys do still have the Viridian's portal to J City if you want to use that. Alternatively, you guys can walk if you want. I will not stop you.
Or we could bike.
Biking is possible as well. Although I will bring up again, Regenesis, the Viridian's portals are still the most eco-friendly.
No, they are. But you've just taken something away from my... It's brought so much joy to my life.
You can bike in J City. You can also bring the bike through the portal.
Basic.
You guys would also know that the Viridian is off dealing with a string of muggings, we'll say. No, not a string of muggings. Sarge, go ahead and give me some random crime.
Theft of Build-A-Bears.
Illegal sheep herding.
Okay, well, Theft of Build-A-Bears was first. So, Regenesis, you can give me a name.
A name of what? The Build-A-Bear?
A name of a person.
Teddy.
Okay. Teddy the Terrible has been stealing Build-A-Bears from children right after they've been built, and the Viridian's dealing with that.
He has the power to turn the Build-A-Bears into little minions or whatever.
Yeah. He turns them into little minions that then work for his bidding.
I'm sure when someone thought of cloning Teddy Roosevelt, they didn't think that's what would occur.
Yeah, it's a clone of Teddy Roosevelt. Okay, well, that's a canon thing now. Clone of Teddy Roosevelt stealing teddy bears from kids. I don't think Teddy Roosevelt could have kids. Anyways. Teddy Roosevelt was the one with polio, right? Or am I thinking about...
Theodore Roosevelt did not have polio.
Franklin D. Roosevelt
did
had
not
polio?
participate in the Napoleonic Wars.
Yeah, Franklin D. Roosevelt had polio. God, my history on U.S. presidents needs to be brushed up. Anyways, whatever. But that is what the Viridian's doing. So someone remember that so we can inform Neff the next time he comes in.
He's not a clone of Teddy Roosevelt named Teddy the Terrible with teddy bear minions stolen from children.
Yep.
Okay. That's gonna be easy to remember.
Anyways, but you guys head off to J City. There are a decent amount of places to start your investigation. I don't really have a set way that you guys can go about this. But you need to interact with the groups in order to try to figure out more about them, including the leaders. You could also go ask like the police and everything if they have any files on potential leaders of like the Yakuza and everything. But what do you guys want to do first? You can also discuss it with everyone in character if you want.
We have to look for a base of operations in J City, right?
That would be something you should do.
I'm asking the group in character.
That's true, yeah, but we could also split up. 2 people try to find a base. 2 people continue on with the investigation.
That's fair. Sergeant, I'm sorry to say I don't think you'll come in much use for the investigation. Do you want to go house shopping?
I'm always down for house shopping. Let's do it.
Nonsense. Sarge has a very keen mind. However, I believe he'd make a perfect investigator.
So he'll search for the house. Who's going with Sarge for the house? Hideki, are you?
I do know how to get into places pretty stealthily, but I'm also a known target for this organization. So me poking around places isn't the best idea. So yeah, I might go with Sarge for this one.
Okay. So, quick question. Are you Red Genesis or Scribbles? I can't remember which one's your hero.
The character is Red Genesis.
Okay, so me and Red will go investigate.
Okay. Before you guys investigate, did you want to talk about who you wanted to investigate first? Because you could start with the Yakuza, or you could start with the Kanpei, or you could go after the cult. And also, you guys would need to talk about where your preferred location would be.
Which one was they were ordered, right? Which one was the weakest one? William or
William Yamamoto is number 6.
Okay, which means that Juan is number 7.
No, Juan is number 5.
Okay. If I had to go with one, I would say probably go with the politicians who received death threats. Since William Yamamoto is ranked lower than Juan, then it's probably easier to go after him.
Makes sense.
So you guys took notes on all the politicians you have to go see, right? Sarge? Ace?
Maybe we should write them down in Discord.
You opened up a Discord where you're keeping notes for everyone?
Yeah, it's in the threads for Cult of Ducky.
No, I said that in character.
Quick, someone come up with a clever name for Discord that works in this universe.
Discourse?
Discord, yes! The popular communication app that we've all been using this entire time. And none of us have ever mentioned it because it's so ubiquitous that no one needs to talk about it ever.
I'm sure all of you guys took notes and added them into the discourse. But just in case, the politicians that Nocturnal told us to look at is the Waste Management Union leader, the mayor of J City, the sanitization head, and then he probably also has dirt on the police and fire department heads.
Sorry, mayor of J City and
Sanitization head, and he probably has dirt on the police and fire department heads.
Also, that's the vice mayor.
Oh, vice mayor. Is there a vice mayor, or is that just the assistant to the mayor?
J City has a vice mayor, and I don't want to hear anything about it.
Okay.
This world has vice mayors.
Anyways. So yeah.
You can either look for any death threats they received to, like, make sure that they've received communications from this group, or you can just straight up ask them questions. But it's up to you how you want to deal with that.
Okay. Who do you want to go after, Red? First.
the sanitization head. I
Makes
mean,
sense.
it makes the most sense, right? You know, if you're looking for the rot that infests the undercurrents of the city, well, where better than to start than the guy who collects the poop?
I will say something that stood out was two of the political figures have to deal with waste and sanitation.
It's typical mafia stuff.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys are going after the sanitization head. I can give you some more information about him.
With the amazing tool of Google, we look up the sanitization head of J City.
Yeah, using Google, you'll learn that that person's name is Marcus.
Marcus. Pretty alright name.
Telodano.
Eller Darno.
Telodano.
That's a pretty alright name. K-E-L-D-O-D-O-N-O?
Telodano.
Can you just post this in chat?
Okay. There you go. He is the head of the waste management facility in J City.
In J City, we're the city of the J's.
He's been on the job for 10 years. And it would appear that he has 2 kids and is divorced.
Was it a messy divorce or a good divorce?
They did not make the details of their divorce public.
So messy.
Alright, we need to look into it.
Well, no, that very clearly means messy divorce. If it was amicable, it would have been shown in the news report.
Wait a second. We need to find his wife. She might know stuff about this.
Since these people tend to get into, like, positions close to these figures, his wife may fully be a mentor. Hibiki will go behind the lighthouse where no one can see him, and takes off of his disguise, so he can walk around without looking like the demon tamer, which members of the gangs and stuff should be looking for here. So you will see Hibiki's normal form for like the first time. Most of you, at least, for the first time, which is just a normal doctor-looking guy.
Who the hell are you and what you do with our Pokemon trainer?
Hey, my name's Hibiki Shinazugawa. I'm a doctor that lives in Sea City.
I'm just gonna call you Hee. Hi, Hee.
You can just call me Hibiki.
I think I like Hee better.
Okay, yeah, Hibiki turns into his normal form, or he changes into his normal clothes as Hibiki Shinizugawa steps out.
I'm not gonna lie, in my head I had the whole Sailor Moon thing. You said transform into his normal form, and I'm like, it's super powered backwards.
Light pulls out from behind because you hear the Sailor Moon music play, and Hibiki just pops out.
Freaking, he's spinning a normal pen, and it's like everything gets absorbed into the pen.
So to investigate under our identities instead of our superhero identities.
I mean, you guys are going to be either A, breaking into political people's houses, or fully interacting with the gangs. We're going to be looking at property. So there's no need for us to hide our identities right now, and I'm like a wanted person by the gangs in this area, so it's imperative that I'm not present.
I could probably get in without breaking in. Probably.
Freaking Sarge, after watching Hibiki's like masterful transformation, he just puts on like a dark hoodie and some sweatpants.
If you guys think you can do everything in your normal civilian clothes and are fine with that, then yeah, sure.
I can't exactly power down without losing parts and pieces of my body, so...
I do notice. Hey, maybe we'll find a good place that we have to blow some vagrants out of. Like with grenades or something.
Shake it through the rat's nest, I got this. You see like the bulge of his rifle hanging off his back.
Hey, Fox.
What's up?
Did I ever say what my character's business was that he had?
You did not. You just simply told everyone he has a business.
Okay. I'm gonna think of what it is.
Awesome.
Could be a cybernetics business, and then you can get Sarge parts at a discount.
Please, they break often.
That make a little sense since I have an engineering degree. I don't remember what it was exactly. What was it? It's engineering. Fudge, everything's blurry right now. It's trying to load. But it's something, so that makes sense. Having cybernetics or prosthetics. Yeah, prosthetics company. Is you're the business people missing a limb?
I'm sorry, what?
I said, any of the business people missing limbs.
Any of the business people missing limbs?
Yes.
You mean
Political
the
people.
political figures?
Oh, the
What?
political people missing limbs.
Yeah.
Let me check here.
You have a doctorate and a master's in business.
Okay, so you would know the vice mayor. I just need to find his name. Give me a sec.
Marcus something.
No. Marcus Toledano is the head of the waste management facility in J City. The vice mayor, a man by the name of Chadwick. Here it is. Chadwick Mandela.
Exactly.
Chadwick Mandela. Okay.
Copy. I'll go ahead and paste it. The vice mayor of J City, Chadwick Mandela. He has a 4-year-old daughter who was born without her left leg.
My business can help out there. Officially, my business is about prosthetic.
Okay.
I'm going with that because that sounds like an interesting thing to do.
And there is Chadwick Mandela's name.
Chadwick Mandela. Like the Mandela catalog. Or the Mandela effect.
Oh, cool, I spelled it correctly.
Or Nelson Mandela, but yeah.
Okay, so that's a way in without having to break in.
Yeah, you guys can try to enter any of these establishments in whatever way you want to.
Hey, Red, you up to selling prosthetics to get in?
Hell yeah.
Fred, are you up to pretending to be a plant that they ordered?
That's also sort of an idea, probably.
Okay.
I'm referencing an idea that has already been used and worked. Surprisingly. I don't know why I'm saying surprisingly. It was an amazing idea.
It was an amazing idea. It worked flawlessly.
Okay.
It worked. He's not wrong. It definitely worked.
Hibiki will get going. Looking for any places that are secluded, but not too far away from like normal, not too far away from the city, so they don't have to move around too much. But looking for some place with like less foot traffic, so there's not too many people that go around there.
Okay, places with less foot traffic. So those places would not be sold at a realtor's office. They'd most likely be sold at like estate liquidation areas at like the mayoral office building, stuff like that.
Preferably a haunted house.
There are 3 available.
Are they haunted?
That's why I said there are 3 available. There are 3 haunted areas available for sale.
Sorry,
I don't
I found
remember
3
too.
places. Can you kill a ghost?
Yeah, sure, I can kill anything that moves.
Let's get going.
Let's go!
Okay. I'll deal with that in a sec. Red Genesis and Ace, you guys are headed to where?
Where's it again? What's it called?
Waste management disposal facility, or
Yeah, his wife.
Chadwick Mandela.
so
That's his name, right?
so you want to go see the vice mayor first?
Yeah, you up to that? Good. Like, it's the one with the daughter, right? If I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, let's go track down the vice mayor. Now, how do you want to do this? Ace, I know this is the first time we're working together, so what are you thinking? Do we want to wiretap him?
There is a possibility.
Maybe kidnap him, bring him into a secluded warehouse where we whack him with poles until he talks?
That is not an option I wanted to.
Look, it's probably more efficient than whatever you're thinking of, but, if that thinks is your problem.
I could probably use a wiretap better. Specifically hide it inside the prosthetic thing. That probably work.
So
Maybe. We can work on the details on the way. Ace is gonna reach in his backpack and pull out a suit. It's just a suit, a business suit. He's
Okay.
gonna comb his hair back, make it look slick, and then put the suit on.
Yeah, so Ace combs his hair back, puts the suit on, and Red Genesis, is there anything you want to do to get prepared for your business meeting? Do you want to comb your branches back?
Yeah, I'll make my plant-like appearance more appealing.
Okay.
Actually, I just came up with an idea. You could just pretend to be a plant, and we leave you there with a wiretap.
You're just like, hey, Mayor, by the way, it's customary for my people to exchange, like, beautiful potted plants for, during meetings, right? I'm from X city, from the other continent over there, and it would really mean a lot if you keep this plant in your office, especially when you're doing all of your illegal business dealings. That's a very key part there, and
I could probably do it a lot less vicious than that.
I was just giving you ideas. There's no reason to be mean.
I'm gonna ask Nocturnal if he has a wiretap.
The Nocturnal... So, yeah, you send the Nocturnal message. Do you have a wiretap? He said you would back. Yes, I have a couple.
I need to borrow 2.
2 wiretaps.
Yes.
Okay. He sends them through the portal, and you've received 2 wiretaps.
Okay, so I'm gonna pull up my normal phone and call my business to, send the prosthetic, which limb is it for the daughter, correct? Which one?
For the daughter, it's a left leg.
Send a couple prosthetic left legs for a young adolescent female.
They send you a message. It's like, do you just want like a generic one, or are we looking for something to fit to a specific person?
She's not an adolescent. She's a 4-year-old. She's a toddler.
Something generic. A toddler. That was a good little girl, like adolescent. Is an adolescent? What, like, definition of adolescent?
No. Adolescent's a kid. Toddler's younger than adolescents.
Okay, so for a toddler, a generic one for the age of toddler, and then I will get measurement there for a more specific one.
Okay. Your company has one. They write, it's like, we have one at the location in downtown J City if you want to go pick that one up.
I'll go pick it up.
Okay.
I'll hang up the phone and I get make an appointment, I guess, and call the Chadwick Mandela.
Okay. You call. Well, you won't reach. You'll reach his secretary, and she will say, "Fuck, what's her name?" Hello, my name is Stephanie. I am the secretary for Mr. Yeah, I guess.
Mandela.
Yeah, I'm the secretary for Mr. Mandela. How can I help you?
I am Mr. Belcom of Prosthetics Incorporated. We're looking to. I heard that Mr. Mandela's daughter is missing a limb and was saying if he would like to get her a prosthetic.
Well, the Miss Mandela already has a prosthetic available to her. I don't think we've ever interacted with Prosthetic Incorporated. I was just wondering if you had like anything to prove your identity.
Yes, I do. I do have a business card. Could I set up an appointment to prove everything?
I mean, if you want to send us all the information, I can see if Mr. Mandela is curious at all, and he would send you an email on when you might be able to meet with him.
Okay. We do involve services of lifetime for obviously a subscription payment of further prosthetics, special made prosthetic for specific measurements and everything. And we're working on an experimental one to hide that you're even wearing a prosthetic.
Yeah, I'll definitely pass all the information along, and you can what comes of that will happen. But I'll go ahead and pass your information along. You said your name was
Mr. Balcom, Ace Balcom.
Ace Belcom. Okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and pass that along, Mr. Belcom, and you should receive a email from us. Honestly, most likely within the next 48 hours.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. And then he'll hang up the phone after saying bye and everything.
Okay. So, back over to Hibiki and Sarge. Hibiki, you found a wonderful location. This is a manor off the coast, here it is, of J City that had a wonderful triple homicide suicide in it.
Oh, Jesus.
All that spiritual energy.
100%.
The damned and forsaken make for great.
Yeah, 100% just like really messed up situation. Man came home one day and found this was back in the 1700s, so it has been empty for about 3 centuries now. Um, but a man came back home and found his wife in bed with the blacksmith who was helping some of the soldiers at the time make ammunition and everything. So he took his wood cutting axe and chopped up him, as well as a servant that was in the wrong place at the wrong time. And then he jumped off the top of the manor, breaking his neck and dying instantly upon impact. Now, it's said that the person who haunts this place is the servant because he doesn't understand why he died. So, he's spite haunting the place.
Sorry, I'm typing something down. Understand why he died. Okay, so he explains that to some.
Sarge, you've had the incident explained to you.
Why don't we just torch the place and walk away? If he's haunting the place and there's no house, there's no haunting, right?
Well, that's true, but also we need a base of operations, and I was just gonna capture his soul, so...
You gonna eat this one too?
Yeah, sort of.
Okay.
What exactly does the human soul taste like?
I catch it.
Like soul chicken, if you've ever had that.
Soul chicken.
Yeah, like a really good deep fried chicken. Has a nice crunchy texture to it.
But now I'm in the mood for some chicken and waffles. We're getting chicken and waffles.
After we find a house.
Oh, God damn it.
You guys are in California. You're not gonna find any good place with chicken and waffles.
How
Probably
dare.
go to a Perkins with waffles, and I don't know, some place that sells fried chicken, and we have chicken and waffles.
Yeah. Anyways, I know I'm gonna. Wait, Knight, where do you live?
I'm in Florida.
Okay, great. So you're not gonna take offense to this, but there is no good food in California whatsoever.
All they have is a bunch of seaweed and all this freaking quinoa bullcrap, man.
Yeah.
Where's the bacon? Where's the beer? Bacon and beer.
And I hate the food myself.
California sucks. Anyways. Now that we're done bashing California. But yes, Jay City's kind of based off of like the
San Francisco. You said
yeah.
San Francisco.
Yeah, San Francisco area and everything. Anyways, you guys enter the house where you will... Hibiki, you immediately see the ghost running around. You can actually see ghosts. Sarge, you cannot see this ghost. He's not powerful enough to actually, like, physically form and everything in front of someone who doesn't have trained eyes. Hibiki can fully see him. You see the ghost is immediately trying to give Sarge, like, just a wet willy. And Sarge, you feel a chill run down your mechanical spine.
Oh, that's fun. Does this ghost look powerful enough to taming it as a thing I should do?
No.
Oh, I'm gonna have the Baba Yaga eat it then. So, you see the Viki take out a talisman, and that weird, evil ant-hag that we faced that one time comes crawling out on a spider web and shoots just see her start devouring something above your head.
Yeah. So, Sarge, you see the Baba Yaga crawl out of the shrine. It crawls above you, and then it grabs something, and now you can see this. This is just like this is a normal dude. He's like a balding, 30-something-year-old man who has kind of like a grumpy demeanor, which very quickly shifts as these claws basically dig into his head, and the Baba Yaga lifts him up, biting into his skull, as you just see fear flood into his eyes.
Okay, wait. So, Vicky pulls out a talisman. The Baba Yaga is showing up and comes near me,
Yes.
and then starts devouring this thing over me.
Yes.
I thought you ate this goddamn thing. I pull out my pistol and start firing.
Oh, the Baba Yaga's on our side now. I say as you're firing.
Yeah, I'm already pulling the trigger at this point.
Yeah, you fire a couple shots into the Baba Yaga. Go ahead and just give me a quick attack roll.
I will give you from the hip attack roll. Here we go.
I believe as Hibiki is a tier 2 character, I think it would roughly translate to a task difficulty of like 9.
Of 9?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It's not hard to hit Hibiki's creatures.
Oh, you mean a task difficulty of 3?
Yes! Holy shit! Yeah,
This
task
thing's immortal? Wait a
task
second.
difficulty of 3.
I
There we
have light armor. Does that help me?
It reduces damage, but not for your Baba Yaga, because it doesn't have the armor on.
Damn it. Okay.
You know what? There's no effort. This is like from the hip, like this thing just appears, flying over me, and all I'm seeing is like this thing trying to eat something.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to hit. Okay, you
Damn,
deal.
You barely beat that, bro.
Okay, Sarge, you deal 3 points of intellect damage to Hibiki, as Hibiki, the Baba Yaga, does get shot in the chest.
Ow, son of a bitch.
Why'd you warn me before you bring out that Baba Yaga bullshit?
Because the ghost was going up above your head and giving you a wet blood willy.
God damn it, I hate these goddamn ghosts.
Oh,
You stupid supernatural bullshit. Where's freaking Sam and Dean when you need them?
Would you like us to go fight some Yakuza members after this?
Sarge, that was a question toward you.
Oh. Are we keeping this house?
Do you want to keep this house?
God damn it, if I get attacked by another ghost, I'm burning the place down.
Do I sense, are there any other ghosts or things in this house?
No, it was the one dude who just died because someone was a dick.
Okay. Yeah, this house is fully cleared, so we can use it if we want. I can just make the call to the Nocturnal now, and then we can go fight some Yakuza members.
Please, I want to punch something now.
Okay. I'll, send a message to the Nocturnal saying this is the house that we've chosen. It's cleared of spirits. And then also request information on the best spot to hit for the Yakuza, where we'll be able to gather information on what's going on.
Okay. You just see the Nocturnal, as soon as you send that message, just send you back, it's bot. And then he says, sending information now. And while he's sending that information, we're going to go back over to Red Genesis and Ace.
Okay, so
They secured us a meeting.
You possibly secured a meeting in potentially 48 hours.
yeah, so during that time, I'd say once I get the I'm going to put one of the wiretaps inside of it. Also, talk to Red. Just me and him talk. Trying to.
Sorry, Ace, I think you're breaking up like a lot. I could only hear every other word.
Hello? Is it better now? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, it's
Is
good
it
now.
working?
It's good.
Okay, I'm gonna fit and then come back, see if that fixes it. Hello?
I can hear you.
Okay, so it's working now. That's good. So, what did everyone hear from me?
When you got the prosthetic, you were gonna put a tracking device in it. Not tracking, but
Wiretap.
yeah, wiretap.
And okay, so after that, I said, me after we got the prosthetic, I would think me and Red would be talking like working down how the plan's gonna work exactly. Like if he's gonna do what Hibiki suggested and pretend he's doctor or scientist trying to help develop prosthetic, or can there be a plan?
You can do either or. He can become a plant if he wants. It'll require speed roll on his part. But you guys also don't have that meeting now.
Yeah, we have 48 hours. So in those 48 hours, can we maybe snoop someone else?
Yes, that would be possible.
All right, let's go for the Waste Management Union leader.
Okay.
So this time we'd probably be in our outfits trying to sneak in and everything.
Yeah, you guys can go. So, in terms, like, if you want to set up an appointment with someone, which would be probably the way to get them to be the most forthcoming by not actually announcing who exactly you are in meeting them with the guise of something else, you might be able to get more information out of them. Interrogation Tactics 101. If you guys show up in your costumes to someone, you guys will have to resort to like questioning and everything like that in order to get any real amount of information. And if they think that something they might give you might like be tipped off to their whoever is extorting them or something like that, they'll be less likely to give that stuff up to you. So just keep in mind how you interact with everyone. But if you're forming appointments with people to meet them at given times, it won't be an automatic process. You'd be looking at 48-hour wait periods, or you'll be looking at like 72-hour wait periods, or maybe they're not even willing to meet with you. You'd have to come up with a reasonable way to meet with them. So,
okay. Alright.
So if you guys want to suit up and go meet with the waste management facility manager,
Wow, that's a mouthful.
Yeah, you can go do that pretty easily.
Okay. What do you want to do, Red? You want?
Got to start somewhere.
Okay.
Okay, you guys suit up. It is currently midday, so you would know a bunch of the workers are like eating lunch and such. The manager at this point should be in his office, but you guys don't have any real way to discern the schedule on you at the moment, unless you want to try to talk to someone or something.
All right. Let's I'm gonna grab a typical waste management personnel uniform. Just not even really a uniform. Just some like jeans and some like something. And I'm gonna walk up to someone who works at the waste management facility and be like, yo, I got some questions for the union boss. Do you know when he's free? Do you have a copy of his schedule?
Okay. He's just this. You walk up to someone. He's just eating like a sandwich. He's really speaking to you over his shoulder, really quickly. Do you have any way of hiding the fact that you're made of vines?
I was about to ask that. Oh my God.
I'm just I'm wearing a hat, and like a face mask and like a gas mask, because I'm a sewer management worker. I'm really really cautious about fumes and all that.
Okay. Yeah. Just go ahead and give me. It's going to be an intelligence roll, and we're going to make it a task difficulty of 2. It is standard intelligence roll for this, as he is not paying that much attention to who is talking to him.
I will first.
Don't think most of us have inabilities when it comes to talking to people.
Oh yes, I have a inability with my social skills.
Ah, wonderful.
Right, yeah, and verbal communication. So I'm gonna apply effort. So this is the roll. It is a failure with a GM intrusion.
Okay, so you start talking to him. He looks over his shoulder, and you just see him freak out. He basically throws his peanut butter and jelly sandwich directly at your face. And he's like, "What the fuck are you? What is? Holy shit!"
Oh, hey man, calm down. Like, what kind of reaction is this? Disabled people have to get a job too.
Well, that's not a disability. You're a freak.
Yeah, it's a skin disability.
What did your parents fuck a tree?
Wow.
And I have a little tear coming down my cheek. I never really got to know my parents. I was abandoned as a child.
What?
Forced to work my way up in the foster care system until finally I could one day land such a great job as working for the waste sewer management company. Only to be treated like this, like a monster. Oh.
Go ahead and give me another intellect throw. This time we'll make it a TD of. We're gonna go with 4, so you're aiming for 12 here.
Okay. Ah! Success.
You just hear from over your shoulder, "Hey, Chuck, stop giving the new guy a hard time. I mean, of course he brings a face only a mother could love to new levels, but he's right. Everyone needs a job, and I guess there's not a lot of places a tree person could arrive here."
They took our jobs.
As an older gentleman, this dude looks grizzled, like he's been in this industry for a while. He walks over to you and just kind of real quick hits you in the shoulder and is like, "Don't worry about Chuck, he's a bit of a spaz. Name's Bob the Builder."
Damn it.
I motion to shake Bob's hat. It's a pleasure meeting some honest, hard-working folk down here that don't have any predispositions to hating me based on my looks.
Yeah, nah. I mean, we have a lot of weird stuff. You hear him, like, kind of suck his teeth and then spit something out just on the floor. Yeah, we know a lot of people here, so we get all types coming through here. So, you're looking for the boss man?
Well, I just wanted to talk to the union lead, get clear up some things that, obviously I have some things that probably might need to be cleared up.
Yeah. Have you gotten all your paperwork in and everything?
No, you see, that's the issue.
Okay, yeah, that's important. So what you're gonna want to do, I think the union lead, where is that motherfucker? So I think what you're gonna want to do, you're gonna want to head down head into the main trailer that we have parked out there, and talk to Tiff. I think Tiff's going to be the union lead's secretary. I don't think he's on site today. I think you'll have to head out. And if it's to get your papers done, we'll go ahead and just keep you on the clock for that. So just head over to Tiff. She'll tell you exactly where that guy's at. I think he's meeting with some people off somewhere else.
All right. Well, Bob, you've been an excellent help. Bob, I won't forget this.
Well, you know what? I do what I can, man. But you hang in there, and really, just don't mind Chuck. As I mentioned, he's a bit of a spaz. He's just busting your balls, man. But you stay safe. As Bob the Builder walks away.
All right. I go find Ace, and I go find Tiff, well, whatever, the female secretary.
Her name was Tiff.
Tiff? Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
I wasn't.
Yeah. So you go. You find Ace. Ace, what have you been doing this whole time?
Planning my paperwork for the possible getting into the meeting.
Okay, so you've been like getting the emails prepped and everything, sending them out. Okay.
Yeah, business stuff.
Yeah. If that's the case, you'll receive an email that says, yeah, we can go ahead and meet up this. Honestly, I actually have a time period open tomorrow evening, just before we get off for the day. So if you want to meet up at like 3 o'clock tomorrow, at the mayoral office, I'll be willing to take you and listen to your proposal there. I'm not one. I wonder if maybe this might be more of a personal meeting than something I should take in the mayoral office, or is this like you're trying to get funding from the city in order to do some more research? I'm just wondering why you need to meet with me in a mayoral capacity, or are you just like trying to help out as like like a charity or something?
More as a charity, closer to it.
Okay. You get a message back that says, okay, then it would be after work. I can actually take you at my home, and you'll actually be able to meet my daughter there. But you can meet me. How does dinner at my house sound?
That should work.
Okay. Then he sends you 5:30, and then he sends you his address.
Okay, so he said 5:30. Meet him at his house.
Yes.
I will put down the address in my notes on my phone, and during this, I will also text my father saying I have plans for business. I'll be in J City until tomorrow night.
He sends you a message that says, I did say 11 today. You know what happens. Okay. So, going back over to Hibiki and Sarge. Yep. Hibiki and Sarge. You guys wanted to try investigating some of the Yakuza activity?
Yeah, because I feel bad that Sarge isn't getting the bribe with that.
Okay. Sarge, you guys arrive at a fishery. The Nocturnal sent you guys. It's like this was the old fishery they used. As I mentioned, I haven't not been active in J City for a long time, so I don't know if they're still in use of it. But I'm certain you can probably find some names. They're probably using the same people. So if you can find ledgers, you can most likely figure out where those people are working now. And they will most likely be doing the same work they were doing before.
Well, that's a good start.
Yeah. We might even need a distraction for this. They wouldn't, like, this is a fish market, right?
This is not a fish market. This is a old factory where fish would come in en masse and they would package them and send them out to grocery stores. As an old fish factory.
So, like, I'm imagining a wide open space with, like,
You see a wide open space, stainless steel conveyor belts, hoses to hose down equipment and everything.
Scaffolding at the top?
Scaffolding at the top, no one's in it. It's abandoned.
Oh, goddammit. Sarge, I don't know if you're going to get to blow anything up.
Nonsense. It's a perfectly good wall right there.
Would you like to blow it up, Sarge?
You know what? Yes. Yes, I would.
While Sarge is doing this, I would like to go to whatever, like, operations office I can see to see if I can go find the ledger.
Okay. Sarge, go ahead and attack roll against that wall. This is it's a wall, so it's going to be pretty sturdy to actually hit and break. You're looking at a task difficulty of 4, so you're aiming for a 12 here. Unless you want to hit that hard, real hard. In which case, you can use effort to bring it down to a task difficulty of 3.
Nah, I'm good.
Did you hit the wall?
13. Yes, I did.
You hit the wall. Your fist goes through the plaster and everything. And it hits packaging. Almost like insulation or something. Sarge, white powder starts flowing out from this hole around you. Sarge has, like, physical components, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's parts.
Sarge, you're gonna start tripping balls as you have just inhaled a shit ton of cocaine.
Beautiful.
And you know what? With Sarge inhaling a shit ton of cocaine, I think we should stop there for today.
Okay. I'm glad I left where the